Great morning, holy brothers! Thank you so much for joining us once again on our pathway to peace in the Garden of Peace. If you are following inside, we're on page 194. Today's lesson will be called Crazy Kids. Oh boy, are they ever. All right, when a man is easygoing about his wife's spending, we were talking about this last time. Let's say your wife wants to buy crazy diamonds and necklaces and bracelets and fancy dresses. Some women are so into their looks, I don't even understand what the appeal of it is. But everybody's different. Everybody got their thing. If your wife doesn't like it, don't ever waste your money on it. Because you think you're buying her a present, she's going to be more hateful for you that you got it than if you didn't get it at all. But again, if a woman loves it and she wants to get it, what do you say to her?
You got it.
Hello, I'm going to be buying it before she even does. Are you crazy? Yeah, it's crazy, it's expensive, but if she loves it and she wants it, just view it as, listen, pretend like a boss call boomed down from the heavens and said, listen, Moshe, buy this for your wife right now, and I will take care of everything for you. You have nothing to worry about. Hello? You'd be running to the store. It's not even coming out of my spending, and it's going to be a mitzvah for me to do? Beautiful, no problem. Stop looking at it as if somebody's here trying to threaten you, take away your money, deplete your bank account, and make you miserable. That's not what's happening. Open your eyes, do what's best for her, make her happy in the most positive way, with the most energy and excitement you can ever fathom, okay? So, when a man is easygoing about what his wife's spending and what she wants to do, and never comments, never complains, even when he sees that she could have saved money on what she was buying, there's a discount in her pocketbook, and she didn't even bother opening up to use it. 25% off, but no, she spent the whole thing. Are you going to tell her? Why didn't you use that coupon that you had? No. What, are you crazy? You could have still bought it, but we could have saved money on it. Does not complain. You will have a constant influx of the most bountiful, beautiful blessings imaginable. The Gemara promises it. The bracha comes through the wife. So if you're creating strife with her, forget it. Your bracha is going to be cut off. So she's going to spend something, and you think you're going to be losing? You're getting more bracha by her opening up her wallet and swiping that credit card more. You're bringing more into your life. You're not losing from it. That will never lack anything. Our sages say, honor your wife in order to become rich. Honor her, then you'll be rich. Not the other way around. By being flexible in all these many money matters, for the sake of peace, a husband is attaining peace and more money. You want to be rich? Get along with her. Make her happy. You'll get so much more in your bank, in your pocket, than be able to spend on what you want also. By virtue of peace's blessings, he will succeed in every single thing he does. Get it? Good.
Actually, I learned something interesting.
Yes.
That shekel.
Shekel or sheker?
No, shekel.
Like the money?
The money.
Okay.
Has the same gematria as nefesh. So it means like, when you work and you spend money, it's like you're spending energy. But if you spend that energy on your wife, it's like you're spending it on yourself.
Oh, your soul is getting more infused and more energized. Beautiful. So, mercy or cruelty? A mother has had a trying afternoon with a rowdy, crazy kids. Her children are driving her bonkers up a wall. The kids were rude to her. They were using language she never even would let them listen to in a movie if they were watching movies. They were rude to her. They were wild. They were disobedient. By the time her husband comes home, she has lost everything. Composure, not cool. She is shouting at the kids, calling the kids names. You jerk, you idiot, you fool. This is what she's calling the kids. Can you imagine? And then waving a threatening palm at them, right? Like, I'm going to give you a zetz, a patchin you took us. Get out of here. The husband, who has not dealt with them all day long, opens the door. His mouth drops to the floor. He's horrified. What is going on here? She's crazy. She's a lunatic. But he has no frame of reference. He walks in the middle of the movie, not understanding when somebody is holding a knife to somebody about to kill them. You think, oh, they're the murderer. It's crazy. What's going on? They could be the one who's doing the mitzvah because you have a mitzvah of Rorschach. If someone's coming after somebody to kill them, you have an obligation to kill the murderer. It's a mitzvah becomes. What are you doing? But you have no frame of reference. You walk in the middle of a crazy hanging off the ceiling, swinging around the rafters, screaming obscenities. Her husband, who had not dealt with them all day long, is horrified. He runs up and grabs her hand right before she's about to smack her kid. He pulls her hand away. What are you doing to my kids? How dare you? What's the matter with you? Calm back down. Get your composure. For God's sake, what the heck are you doing? You're the mother. Knock it off. Stop. What crime have they committed, he says. And then there's a showdown with the merciful dad, the calm, cool Tati, versus the crazy, lunatic, wacko mother. And it seems what? That mommy loses. But in reality, everyone there has lost. Not just mommy. Who's losing? Kids, the husband. He wants to protect his children. He's doing good. He cares about them. He cares about his wife too. He doesn't want his kids to get hit. But this should not have ever been at the expense of his wife. Maybe stop for a second and pity her. Maybe think of a situation where you can be done with kapsachus. What's the mitzvah? When you see somebody doing something in a situation where you can come up with another possibility, think for a moment you were in a situation. You would want to be judged. How? If there's another way that you can contemplate that this scenario could have turned out, that you want other people to judge you that way, she's your wife. You're supposed to do this for everybody, all your friends, other people that you see on the streets. You give them the benefit of the doubt. You walk into your own home, and you're not going to give your wife the benefit of the doubt? Where is your mitzvah? Where's your compassion now? Who are you giving it to? A stranger on the street? Or the wife in your home? Why not for a second pity her? Maybe they were insufferable. Maybe they were pushing her way over the line. Do you know if the kids were hitting her? Do you know if the kids were throwing something at her? You don't know what was doing. But think for a minute of a situation where she could possibly be in the right. Even if she has an uncontrollable temper. Maybe she's shouting at the top of her lungs. Something you would never want anybody to hear. Even if she has an uncontrollable temper, he should be so compassionate with her and try his best to help her. You got it? Go ahead. Should I keep going or pause?
Keep going.
Okay. But more so, by the way, this is his wife. He's in the middle of learning. But he knows that what's important, she's the number one priority. Even if you're in the middle of learning, in the middle of davening, in the middle of a business deal that's going to get you $100,000 on the spot, but your wife says that she needs your attention or she needs you at home, you stop everything in your tracks. Hashem wants you to have peace in your home, and then you fulfill everything afterwards. She's the number one priority in your life, above everything else. That's what it means. You put it into reality, you live your lessons, and not just learn them every day. You make it real. You put it into action. And if she needs you, or if she needs to have a question, or needs your help, that's it. That's what you do. You text her back, pause what you're doing, and make it real instead of just learning about it, because you're not putting it into practice. That's the worst thing you could do. You're getting the knowledge, but you're not putting it into practice. So, even if a wife has this crazy, uncontrollable temper, he should be more compassionate with her. He sees that she's over the edge. Something is bothering her. Try to put it into your heart to understand with compassion why she's feeling a certain way and what can I do to help her in the situation. Maybe she needs me to help her give a punch to the kid. Maybe she needs me to help yell at somebody. I need to be on her side to accomplish together so we can all gain from it. For me, for my wife, and for the kids themselves. Yeah, sometimes the kid runs into the middle of the street. You need to give it a punch to get him back. It's not because you hate the kid. You love the kid, but you got to teach him a lesson that he's going to remember. Because you love him, because you care about him, because you want him to be safe. You want him to live. This is how you're going to teach him to live. Look at your wife. What can you do to help her, to help the situation you're in right now? But more so, but when you attempt to help your children, rather than caring about your crazy rival's rage, the mother's anger, he's causing for them so much more damage than he ever could have had, than her anger ever would have had in the first place. If you're going out and now not defending your wife, if you're taking the kid's side, what are you teaching them about your mother? She's not important. If we have to go and we bond, we're going to connect. We're going to override her. We're going to say that, listen, my wife is only important sometimes. There are exceptions to the rule. You're teaching them not to listen to her. And then when there's a conflict with a kid, he's going to run to Tati. He's going to ask Daddy, maybe can I watch on my iPad now? Can I watch TV? Did your mother give you the answer first? Did you go to her first before you're asking me? What's going on here? They think they can go around her and subserviate her will and her decree now? Everybody of my kids know. Who's the boss in the house? Who's the boss? Mommy! Mommy's the boss. Oh, but I asked you, my opinion is worth nothing if your mother already said something. 100%. They know this. It's easier for me, I don't have to, if she says something, boom, end of the story. They're going to ask me something, answer she already told them, no, forget about it. Out of your mind. This way, I don't have to worry. What she wants, what she does, what she says, letter of the law. Very easy for me to follow, no problem. He actually caused so much more damage than he ever would have, and more than she ever could have. She may have called them names. She may have smacked them in the face. But by siding with the kids, now he's ruining the peace in his home. The turbulent and unhappy home that he is now left with in shambles, that is burning down. There's so much more damage to those kids' emotional health than anything else ever would have. You're destroying their house. You're destroying their home. You're destroying the only place that they could have felt safe. Even when the mother's raging. Even when she's going off crazy. You're doing more long-term damage than anything else could have. A husband that shows restraint when he walks in and opens that door, no matter what is flying at his head, and doesn't correct, doesn't challenge his wife in those moments of anger, the children will gain so much now and for the rest of their lives on so many levels. First, number one, he's preserving the shalom bayis. He's saving the peace in his home and the peace with his wife. Then the children grow up in a home where they see peace and they see love between a husband and a wife. They're going to feel that mommy and daddy, Ima and Abba, they're inseparable. They're a unified entity that derive a life of love and tremendous inner strength to cope with. Whatever difficulties they're having, they see that mommy and tati are together on it. They can face the world. Whatever comes at them, they're united. They're so much stronger, and they can accomplish together. A peaceful home is a basis to build on for their future married lives, and it's the greatest guarantee the kids will have for their own emotional health. They see the parents arguing, that's going to stick with them forever. It's going to destroy them inside. They're going to have that unsettledness. They're going to have that warring in their soul that is going to come out not only with their friends, with their workplace, but their wives.
It's not like to see parents fight.
Never. It'll destroy them. Now and in the future. They're going to think that when they get married, that's okay. That's their norm that they grew up with. What do you mean? Husbands and wives argue all the time. They fight with each other. They yell at each other. That's normal.
I know.
They're going to think they should do that with their wives.
Child of divorced parents.
Problem, right? That's their history. Unless we really learn to live a different lifestyle and understand what it's about. That's the only way we can do it. But it's so much more work. It's so much more work. An uphill battle. When peace is in the home, even a mother's mistake, no matter how great, in raising the children, is not going to hurt them at all. No matter what she's doing. Think long-term gain rather than short-term benefit. When you come home with a smile on your face. Open that door, be ready to face anything. You're here for her. Number one priority. That's it. On the other hand, when children grow up in a home where there's no peace, like you said, between the parents, they develop real emotional problems. There's no way to avoid it. They have difficulty in coping with life and are likely to fail so miserably in marriages of their own. It's so sad, because this is what they know. This is what they were taught.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
So, let's say...
Can I finish the sentence?
Okay.
Hold the thought.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
Just so we can get to the bottom of the page. When a merciful, quote-unquote, father is protecting children from the mother's rage, rampaging at the expense of peace with her, he is damaging them so much more than just protecting them by holding her arm back, by closing his wife's mouth. Destroying the peace of his home is like taking a sledgehammer to their souls and shredding it, destroying it, breaking it into a million pieces so they're left in shambles. Okay, go on.
My wife she doesn't mind my beard. She doesn't mind if I grow it. She
doesn't mind your beard.
Right. But my parents, both of them,
yes,
they're like, shave your beard, trim your beard, da-da-da-da. One, what do I do? Should I listen to them, or should I just ignore them because my wife doesn't care? And two, I kind of get this feeling that when I do listen to them to shave it, my wife doesn't like it.
Okay. Are you sure
What?
of that last statement?
I mean, I
Wait,
want a clear answer.
Hold on. Are you sure that your wife wouldn't like it if you shaved the beard? Because they told you not to, or just in general?
Just because they hold me.
She knows what they say.
Well, yeah, they say it.
They say it out loud.
They say it out loud.
And if you would listen to them, it would upset her.
I don't know if upset. So it's happened, and she's like, "Oh, it's because your parents, like she made a reference."
She wants you to stand up for yourself a little bit, or have some confidence in what you're doing.
I guess.
Okay.
But I always thought it's honoring your parents. Yes. I don't know where it goes.
This is a very common question that many married men
beard?
ask me. Not about the beard. Definitely not about the beard.
Okay.
But about everything else in life. It could be what school to send their kids to. It could be what neighborhood they're going to be living in. It's all a matter of, people say, keep it up at aim, whether it's the mother, whether it's father,
right.
One of them, or both of them. And then your wife wants something else.
No, but my wife has no opinion on the beard.
Again,
grow it, don't grow it.
Again, that's fine. But if your wife has an opinion, or it's because whatever's been going on in your marriage, they might be meddling in.
Right.
If it's clear that your wife wants you to do something, no matter what the reason.
You do what your wife does. Right?
Whether it's because she's upset at them, not upset at them, she has an opinion on it, doesn't have an opinion on it. She's the number one priority in your life. The mitzvah of kibbud av va'em comes after the mitzvah of loving, honoring, caring for, respecting, and listening to your wife.
Right.
No question about
Right.
it. When you leave your house and get married to your wife, the mitzvah switches.
Right.
It's 100%. Talk to your Rav about it if you don't believe me. But the mitzvah of kibbud av va'em is secondary to wife now. Your wife sort of like replaces and takes priority over that. The mitzvah is transformed when you have a wife. So if there's something that makes her happy, it is completely irrelevant what your parents tell you. Mm-hmm. It may be the Yetzer Hara seeping in, trying to say, oh look, you need to honor this mitzvah, you need to be fulfilling this mitzvah, and he's using that as the little devil to try to pull you into sin by disguising himself as a mitzvah. It happens all the time. If somebody is so happy about doing something and so excited and has a fire under him, you better take a second to pull yourself back. Why are you so happy to do that mitzvah right now? You're running with such an enthusiasm and a vigor and zerizos and zealousness. Wait a second. Is this because you're really excited to do the mitzvah? Or there's a hidden agenda that Yetzer Hara is using that to fuel you, to break you from the Torah? Maybe you're so excited to give tzedakah because you want your name on that building, because you want to have so much honor. And every time everybody sees that, they're going to think, oh, wow, he's such an amazing guy. You're doing it because you want your name and recognition. Or maybe you're going to help somebody because by doing that, the parents are going to feel indebted to you because you need to ask them a favor for something. What's your goal? What's your intention? If it's so excited, it's almost guaranteed being fueled by the Yetzer Hara. So if there's something that your wife likes or makes her happy, then you do that no matter how hard it is, no matter what is stacked against on the other side. This is your mitzvah moment right now to overcome, to show your true colors that you care about her no matter what.
Right.
Number one priority in life. So if it's going to make her happy, whatever, because she likes to be or doesn't like to be or listen to parents, whatever it is, she is at the top right now. So figure out if that's what it is and that would make her happy because of it, then 100% yes. But if there's absolutely no indifference either way, then we can talk about fulfilling the other mitzvahs as well. But number one, see what the gatekeeper is in everything in your life.
No, she's told me she doesn't care if I keep
Okay,
it.
again, if it's going to make, again, before we just stopping the lesson for today, if it's going to make her happy that you have it because your parents don't like it or whatever it might be, or because she feels that they're pushing you into a corner, or because she doesn't want you, whatever it is, fine. Then that's the number one priority. But if she says, I don't care, I love your parents, if your parents don't like it, then I think I don't like it, or whatever it might be, then that's a different story. So just understand where things are coming from, what order to place them in, and then see how to live your life accordingly. Using the Yetzer Tov,
So I don't
not
think
the
she likes
Yetzer
me
Hara.
when I listen to them just because they told
Okay,
me.
so have
then
that conversation with her. Be open about it. Say, listen, I'm willing to do anything right now to live a greater life, to make you happy, and to make everybody thrilled. If you don't care either way, tell me right now. But if you do want me to stand up for myself, and you want me to have it, then 100% I will keep it, because I love you, and you're my number one priority in life. And I can't wait to have the best life, and I appreciate everything you do. And I'm so thankful for having you every single day. And I love you tremendously. Have an awesome Nation Day!